How's it going, everyone? This is Precisely Podcast, a podcast about Christmas trees, friends, beer, and video games. I'm your host, Bo, and with me, as always, we got the one, the only, the Christmas tree wearing hair, Kelly.
Hey.
And we got Ruben.
Fa la 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 la.
I kid, it's Sam, but
Yeah,
Sam played Ruben in a musical.
I was a guy in a musical.
Yeah, what musical
He was a
was
sandwich in a musical.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And it has consumed pretty much every waking moment of my life outside of work from August until like a week and a half ago.
So if anyone's upset that we have not recorded Precisely Podcast, it is because of Sam being Ruben, all right? It's not because we're all busy with other things. It's mainly just Sam being Ruben, and he's like, yeah, guys, I cannot edit anything for you for a long time.
Yeah. But it was worth it. It was a good show.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And you guys were awesome for showing up.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
It's really nice. I was telling Kayla when we went, because it was Bo and Kayla and I. And I think I said that was my first show, live theater show that I've seen since COVID.
Right. Yeah.
So
you
I was
mentioned
like,
that to me too.
Yeah. So I was like super stoked because I had missed live theater or like local live performances outside of music.
Actually, like a lot of people making their way back out to like an event, and it happened to be ours, which was neat. So
it was very neat. I was a little buzzed, a little stoned. And I was like, my jaw was like on the floor the whole time.
I can attest. He was sitting there. His eyes were wide, man.
a lot of colorful lights in that show.
I was like, I had no idea because I've never seen, I might have seen the movie like 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Never seen the musical before. Didn't realize it was like a full-blown musical where there wasn't
It's basically an operetta.
Yeah,
Yes.
there was no like play. There was no just
no dialogue.
people
all
talking
singing.
to people. It was all singing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is never ending. This is amazing. And it was a bunch of different genres of music all into one musical. It was amazing.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun to do. I got to be in that show when I was like 14 as Joseph.
Oh,
So
cool.
to get to do it again as an adult, it's kind of a silly show when you really boil it down as far
It's
as like
super silly.
the story, as far as the way the story goes and everything too. So kind of fun to just relive a little nostalgia there.
Yeah, and it wasn't really like, I sort of thought it was biblical, but it's not. It's just characters that are in the Bible.
Yeah, it's like almost adjacent to a biblical story.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they weren't talking like, oh, Jesus is coming around the
Yeah.
corner and then
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
shows up on the stage or anything. No,
And the same dude that wrote like Cats and stuff. Not
Oh,
the
really?
story, but like Andrew Lloyd Webber. Yeah.
he's a big guy.
Yeah, Phantom of the Opera and Cats and Jesus Christ Superstar.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a
R.I.P.
classic.
It was a great show, Sam.
Thanks.
You can pat yourself on the back.
Will do. I'm doing it right now.
You
He
look
is.
good, too.
On it.
You did.
Makeup and everything.
I had a
enjoyed it.
beard.
Yeah, you
I
did.
had an epic beard going for about 3 months. Because I think I saw you guys within like a week or two of trying out for that show, maybe. And that was when the beard started, and I just got rid of it like, it's December now, but I got rid of it like November 20th.
Okay.
And is the most beard I've ever had.
You look good.
Thank you.
I like beards.
The beard mascara combo worked for you.
And Kelly, you have a Christmas tree on your
Yeah,
head.
if we're talking about hair, yeah.
Yes.
So I started doing this thing, well, since we haven't recorded since, August?
Yeah.
We've missed out on my 2 holiday hairs. So when I cut my hair this year, I shaved like half of my head because I have so much hair and I wanted to look cool. So I did. And there's no rules. So now I have this like buzz on the side, and I was joking at like a meeting with some of our businesses in town, and we were sitting around, and the barber who has the shop next to me, he goes, well, when are you coming over to let me clean that up for you? Because like we cut it with clippers every 2 weeks here, and it's fine. Like it, and then I get my hair like cut by my salon every like 2 months. And I was like, oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea. And I was like, you know what, man? Actually, Halloween's coming up. Would you shave a pumpkin in the side of my head?
You did do
And
that.
he was like, Hell yeah, come over tomorrow morning. So the barbershop next to me is like, they've been in business for like 90 years.
Is this Semoffs we're talking about?
Semoffs, yeah. It's very old school barbershop. Like all the old heads go in there and there's no appointments. You just walk in, you sit down, they clip your hair, and then you pay them $17.
In cash, too.
Yeah, in cash.
So
no
that
card.
place is an institution in New Cumberland.
It is.
I need a barber, so.
Dude, go over there.
All right.
Absolutely.
I just need like my beard shaved up.
They're good. They're
they
good.
I keep fucking it up.
No, they're good.
Right.
They're really good. But yeah, the one guy, he's in there. He's kind of like probably our age, and they were like, go to him, because it's like whoever's available. You can wait for your person, or you just go to whoever's available. But they were like, wait for him. He'll do it right. And he shaved a pumpkin in the side of my head, and it was really cool. And I was like, this is pretty rad. And he like colored it in with like a little colored pencil. So like
I was wondering what you were doing to color it.
yeah, it's like a little, like almost like an eyeliner pencil.
Yeah.
And it's just color is in, and then it washes out in the shower like the next day. But he did that, and everybody was like really impressed by it.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I guess this is like now the thing I have to do. So now
Yes.
it's Christmas time, and then Saturday morning, freaking like 8 a.m., I'm in there sitting, waiting for my hair to get cut at the barber shop to get a little Christmas tree on it, because we had our little holiday open house, and people were going crazy over it. And I was at this Christmas tree lighting for our community on Sunday, and like this older lady comes up to me. She goes, "That's incredible. What made you think of that?" And I'm just like,
Christmas.
Well, you know how Christmas has trees and people have hair?
she was like, that just makes me feel very festive. And I was like, great, that's exactly what it should do.
Yeah.
Maybe next year at your store we should do a Kelly's Christmas tree head lighting.
Oh,
and put
shit.
a few little like mini LEDs on your head and do a countdown and have everybody stand in the dark and have your hair like light up.
Like a little fairy string light or whatever. Yes. No, absolutely. We should do that. But yeah, it is quite literally the talk of the town, because that town is small and there's not many people doing what I'm doing there.
Yeah.
So people have been very excited about my hair. So
That's awesome.
It would be fun though if you did go to a location of holiday hair to have your holiday hair cut into your holiday head.
no, I should just walk in there and be like, guys, I don't see anybody else.
I was going to say, I'm sorry, I thought this was a holiday hair.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
I'm sorry.
Oh gosh, Sam, cut that out.
Cut that out.
You know.
But yeah, that's what's been up in my head.
It looks good. It looks good. Just regular hair color too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
I like it.
did a good job.
Nothing hair related with me really.
No hair or no stories?
Both. I mean, I fucked up my beard, and that's that. Like I look Amish sometimes. You know, I cut my mustache off too much. You know.
Yeah, that'll do the Amish.
Yeah. But that's about that.
And you're building furniture, I understand.
So he is Amish.
It's kind of like being Amish.
Yes, I am building furniture. I installed a sink. I installed a light fixture, a new light fixture in my dining room. I feel like I'm using tools that I've never used before. And it's exciting. I feel like an adult that sort of knows something, that had a dad that taught his son how to do stuff, which did not happen in my life at all. So it's nice. Yeah.
Well, if I look over at your house and I see like candlelight flickering and all the electricity out, I'll know you've gone full Amish. But
it has happened though.
Yeah.
Where the lights flicker and I'm like, is that because of my electrical work or the ghost?
Oh, I mean candles flickering
Okay,
specifically.
gotcha.
Well, if we see the buggy pulling up out front, then we know.
Yeah,
Or if
Kelly,
I just-
your house looks amazing outside. by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, those freaking lights.
That's all Scott.
So
I can't
vivid. They're
take any
freaking
credit.
dope.
Usually he's Clark Griswolding out there with like all different kinds of
So
lights.
who did it first? You or your neighbors?
What do you mean?
The
Your
lights.
neighbors seem to have
'Cause
thrown
I feel
down
like
the gauntlet.
I feel like they're like trying to compete with you guys.
So they're not competing with us. They're competing with the neighborhood. There's a neighborhood light competition.
No.
There is in this neighborhood, and it is very competitive.
It's very competitive. Somebody in in our neighborhood Facebook group like said something on the post when they were like, you know, announcing the rules, and they were like, well, everybody knows what house should win this year. And it was just like, it was like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I was like very like petty and like they were like commenting publicly, like everybody knows what house should win. They put all the festive whatever, and they put the heart and soul of Christmas on their house every year. And I'm just like, what
I don't
else are you
think theirs is
talking
that
about?
great though. If they're
No,
talking about,
I don't think the neighbors are talking.
No, it's not
Okay.
the neighbors.
Okay.
I don't know who it is. It's someone in our neighborhood
All right.
that,
It's a pretty
that said
big
that.
neighborhood, so
Yeah.
it could be.
It could be anybody. I have no idea. But I was just like, why is this such a big deal? Relax.
I think your house from the outside looks like if you're in a RPG, it would be like a quest house. Like you know that you need to go there. Like
We've got the waypoint
an
over.
important thing is happening there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the waypoint finder's on
Yeah.
the top of our
And
house
if
right
I
now.
was playing an RPG, there'd be this little bird following me around, going, "Psst, psst. Hey, you should probably check out that bright, glowing house. That's
Yeah.
obviously where you need to go."
And you're like, wait, there's a side quest.
Yeah.
That's how I play the RPGs.
Yeah, I love it. All right, well, let's get to beer. It is almost Christmas. What's the date today? December 5th.
Yes.
So 20 days until Christmas.
Oh, shit.
We have at least 4 festive beers that we're going to drink tonight, hopefully. So we're going to start off with Long John's Winter Lager.
Long Johns.
Oh, it does say. I thought you
Johns.
said that as a joke earlier.
No,
I
it
didn't
really-
realize. I saw it was yards, but I didn't realize.
So this is yards, so it's Philly, so it's Johns.
Haha, they're so
This
clever.
John.
So clever.
So I spent my day in Philly yesterday, so this is apropos. Go Birds. Go Birds, go.
Go Birds.
So yeah, this is what all about. This is a winter lager that they do. I've never actually had this one. I've had several of yards, but not a lot of descriptor on the bottle, but it's a 6% ABV. They actually show the butt end of the Long Johns on the Long Johns bottle. Nice little snowy graphic in blue and orange, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's a nice,
can probably let
nice
the beer
dark
speak for
pour
itself.
here.
Yeah, very dark.
Yeah, it's kind of clear though. Like as far as I guess it's a lager though, so it's not supposed to be like
Sorry.
any
take
level
the
of cloudy.
Here.
And it's all Pennsylvania up in here right now. I got a Yingling glass. I mean a lager glass for my winter lager.
It smells good.
I think I have a Charlie hair in mine, but it's okay.
Probably. Sorry.
It's okay.
They kind of exist everywhere.
I mean, the microphones are full of hair, and that's from my dog or something. The cats.
Or something.
Or something.
That's good.
That's actually really
tasty.
good.
Yeah. I like
Smooth.
winter lagers.
Yeah, it's smooth. Definitely more on like a dark lager side.
So it has that like dark taste to it, but
Nutty.
not that like full body kind
Yeah.
of like a stout
Smooth.
has. I really like that.
Yeah.
I want to say it, and I don't think I've said it on the podcast. And I might have, but it's been so long. I want to say it again. I am thrilled that lagers are making a comeback
Me too.
in craft brewing because it was IPAs forever.
Yeah.
And now I feel like people are jumping on the lager train, and I don't know why anybody ever left to begin with because lagers always been my fave.
I think people just got very fascinated with bitters and hops and how bitter you can make a beer and how many times can you double it, triple it, how high of an ABV can you get, you know?
Yeah, and I feel
now
like
it's more simpler times. It's like
Yeah.
nobody wants to get that drunk.
well, no, it's not even that. I think the new IPA trend is the sours. People are
It has been though for a while, I feel like.
Yeah, but I feel like it's getting I don't know. Maybe I'm just realizing it more, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's getting to be like, "Oh, what crazy sour can we make? How sour can we make it? What weird shit can we put in
Yeah.
it?"
I think it's really seasonal, honestly.
You mean
when
like
it comes down to
blueberries?
it. Yeah.
And lemons or whatever else we had in there.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Actually, backtrack because I do want to say this. I had the Love Drafts Cthulhu Brew Club exclusive. The
The one that we tried on here.
yeah, but the staph infection #2.
Okay.
But
No, not the
No,
bottom.
not
Not
that
the
one.
one we had
I don't know if we had
no.
staph infection #2 on here or not.
didn't,
But
no.
it was a cherry sour, which I felt like was a sister beer almost to ours. Cherries versus blueberries, but like a very tart, sour, fruity. He brewed it with Fruit Brute or infused it with Fruit Brute and Count Chocula,
What is Fruit Brute?
the cereal, like the Halloween cereal.
Fruit Brute.
Fruit Brute.
It's like Count Chocula's friend.
Oh.
Like Frankenberry and
Yeah.
Boo Berry.
What's Brute? Like a Frankenstein?
No, he's like a werewolf.
Brute.
Brute.
Is Brute
Brute.
like a word for a werewolf?
Sure, it is now.
Okay.
I am Brute.
I've never seen this cereal.
It's not as popular as the big three.
Okay.
I would say, and then Yummy Mummy is the other one that's kind of
Never
low-key.
even heard of that one either.
Never heard of that.
All right. Well, you guys need to get up on your cereal
I guess
lore.
so.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it was really nice because it was that cherry sour, very tart, fruity
Sounds good.
beer with a hint of like a chocolate, sugary kind of undertone. Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
So good. I really wish that was like a forever thing.
The last one
So good.
I had was when they had Precisely, and they did it with marshmallows, and it was very sweet and smooth and
I think
creamy.
we did talk
We might
about
have
that
talked
one here.
about it, yeah.
Yeah, because that was before.
I haven't been to Love Drafts, man. I've been so fucking busy.
The last time I was at Love Drafts was actually in the beginning of October. I
Nice.
was there for a friend of mine plays in a Ramones tribute band called the Cretans.
That
And
sounds
we went to
fun.
go see the Cretans play.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and I think I had the original staff. I think I had a staph infection while I was there, but and I had. I swear they might have still even had Precisely that night.
No,
not
Something
October.
like it then.
Then it was the
Like,
staph infection number 2. That
Yeah.
was very it was very
maybe.
similar.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was. I had something that I was like, just looking at it, I thought someone else had a Precisely, but yeah. So yeah,
Interesting. Well, since we haven't recorded since August, and I'm pretty sure on the last podcast we were like, we're going to do this more often, and we promise you guys.
Yeah.
And now it's been what?
We failed.
September, October, November, December. 4 months. Yeah. It's
We
not
did
that
we
bad.
did 6 episodes in a 12-month cycle.
Yeah.
We failed. We did a failing grade.
It's okay. I mean, it's still positive.
No, I think with all of our schedules this year and everything that we all were
Yeah.
doing, I think 6 episodes was a lot.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
fact that this isn't paying our bills or anything.
No.
This is just, I don't think it's
This
paying
is
us
our
anything.
excuse to hang out.
Yeah,
I
this
love
is
doing it,
And
though.
drink
Yeah, this
beer.
is
I know. I'm
this
like,
is so fun.
no, absolutely.
I miss
So,
this.
yeah.
So we're not going to promise when the next one is. Just be grateful that we're doing this one. You fuckers.
That's all you get, little jerks.
Either way, I started notes back in August after our last recording. So I wanted to talk about something that I checked off my bucket list that happened right after the last podcast came out. And that was I went kayaking on my birthday, and I brought a GameCube with a portable screen and a battery pack inverter thing that I could plug the GameCube and the screen into. And I brought 3 controllers, actually 4, but I only had 2 friends come that wanted to play with me, and we got to play Smash Brothers on the water on the Yellow Breaches. And it was awesome. We actually played 2 full games, and they were like, you're fucking crazy. Like, why are you doing this? I'm like, this is just something I've always wanted to do, because I always bring a Game Boy or like
Right.
some handheld system while kayaking. And I'm like, I want to bring an actual home console kayaking. Like, which console would be perfect for this? I feel like the GameCube. I mean, the GameCube already has... It's like designed as a square purse. You know, it has that handle. You know, and it's more durable than like a mini PS1 or something. And it's... Yeah, I guess it's disc, but smaller disc, so more durable. Either way, it worked out perfectly. My buddy Brandon ended up beating me and Tony twice in the game, and he was like, the whole time he's like, I can't even see my character on the small ass screen. And I'm like, how are you winning then? How? And like, we weren't literally kayaking while playing, because that would have been hard, because we were using corded controllers.
Hitting some rapids while you.
No, we weren't doing that. We were just chilling, floating, but it was still so much fun. And I had Kayla videotape it and like take a bunch of pictures of us, and yeah. It was just a really good time.
That's right. I say it feels like an eternity ago already, but I do remember seeing the video of it then, because I met up with you guys like later that evening, and you showed me. You're like, look at what we did.
Yeah.
Did that get any like weird traction on the internet? Because I feel like that's something that people would be like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" And they'd
Yeah.
like repost it everywhere or something.
Like one person reposted it on TikTok, being
So
like,
it's no penis on an art wall.
yes.
That's
yeah.
true. That's
I
true.
don't think anyone reposted that video though. Crazy enough.
Enough
Did
people watched
reposting
it, though.
exist in that era?
Yeah, that might be true too.
It was very early on.
So it did not get that many views, and I think it's because it wasn't like a short, quick clip. It was like, let me turn on this inverter. Let's watch the GameCube screen, and then it like pans out, and you see that you're on water in a kayak, and you're like, oh shit, this guy's kayaking while playing Smash Brothers. But either way, I'm not like TikTok famous or anything, so that's fine.
I have to admit, every time I see you on TikTok, I always think it's my friend Jim because I call him Wonton.
Yeah.
And I like every single time I was like, why is Jim on TikTok? Oh wait, no, that's Bo.
Yeah, it's me. I love soup. I love broth. So, Mr. Wonton Soupy, go follow me.
Broth, brah.
I just ordered a beanie that says soup mode. That's all it says.
I like that.
So I'm very excited for that.
We had chicken noodle soup tonight, and it was so good. And Adelina, my daughter, all she eats all the time is noodles. That's all she wants to eat is
Girl
noodles.
after my own heart.
Noodles or rice, like just carbs.
Lincoln's the same way.
Is it a baby thing?
I basically forced him to eat a chicken nugget tonight.
Really? A chicken nugget?
A chicken nugget. He likes chicken nuggets. He just didn't want to eat any. And I'm like, you ate a pile of linguine. What else do you want to eat? And he just goes, I'll have chocolate. I'm like, bro, not one of your choices yet.
Yeah. You gotta love kids. Yeah, she will like knock over everything else from her tray if there's not enough noodles or rice on her tray. And I'm just like, this is crazy.
Same.
But same?
Yeah.
All right.
Get it out of here.
I gotta get my noodles.
Where's my noodles?
Recent pickups though for me a long time ago. Kelly got me a DK/Kirby 3D sign standee. It like pops out and it really makes my game room. I posted about it months ago and really happy about it. Thank you, Kelly, for that.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I've been doing some pickups. Picked up a Wii U and a Wii lot. And one thing I wanted to tell you guys out there, when picking something up from Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and you're meeting outside, make sure you smell it. Like literally.
Yeah.
This guy hopped out of the car and had a cigarette in his hand, and I should have known then, like, this
Bummer.
guy was a smoker. But I brought it home, and I was just like, this reeks of cigarettes so bad, and the cords and controllers are yellowed and stuff, and I'm like, this is going to be hard to resell. And I kept it in a box. People gave me a bunch of, like, good info, like dryer sheets, you told me. We haven't used dryer sheets in a really long time, and I didn't really want to buy them. Just
You
for
could
this
ask
reason.
me. I had a
You
bunch.
told me
Okay.
I buy them at BJ's.
Hell yeah,
No, you got
bulk,
the big
bulk
boxes.
dryer
Yeah.
sheets. Yeah, yep. That's exactly what I have.
So yeah, I use like essential oils
Dude.
on a paper towel and a grocery bag, so it smells like peppermint and cigarettes. But
Christmas.
the one auction's ending here soon on the Wii. It's up to like $60, and it's fucking weird, yo. My eBay is not allowing people to bid on an app. You have to sign on to a browser to bid on it. It's
Why?
the fucking weirdest thing. And I called eBay support about it, and they're like, I've never seen this before. Like, I don't know what to do about it. Like, we'll call you tomorrow. They never called me.
Is it the listing or your whole account?
It's just that auction. I don't typically do auctions. I do buy it nows.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it makes you log into a browser to then bid on it.
I wonder if it's because of the category. Like, you know how they've been doing stuff where they're like, if you're buying sneakers on here, they're certified or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
It
if it's
shouldn't be.
under the category video games and it's an auction and it's a console, maybe because of scalping or like people who are trying to buy like PS5s or something.
Here,
that
I'm going
you
to send
have
it
to-
both to you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you
I
have the
kinda wanna
eBay
look
app?
at it. I do.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, look at it. There's an hour and 57 minutes left, and I'd be shocked if you could bid on it from your app. It'll probably actually take it to the browser first. Yep. I see
You can't purchase this item from our app. Add to your watch list and purchase on our website.
Isn't that fucking weird?
It's really weird.
No, mine says, wait.
Buying
Yep,
options
there it is,
is
yeah.
the button. Yeah.
Yep.
The
Buying
weirder
options.
thing is that it won't even take you to a browser here.
Yeah, it doesn't. You have to go to a browser.
That's peculiar.
It's strange.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in the disclaimer, I'm like, hey, it smells like cigarettes. Try to air it out. Sorry. But hopefully it gets bitted up. I have like 7 watchers on it. And then the Wii U I did just to buy it now. So we'll see. And then just yesterday I picked up a Super Nintendo lot and I got 25 games with it. And it was from a Craigslist ad. And the guy sent me his address. And when I pulled up, I was like, I've been here before. I picked up a PlayStation lot here like 2-3 years ago from this guy. And it was really cool to like reconnect. And yeah, happy about that. Got that for fairly cheap and going to clean that up this week and list those games. But some good games like Metroid, Illusion of Gaia, Super Mario World, Super Mario All-Stars, Jurassic Park, shit like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah. Kelly, how's the store been?
Freaking busy, dude. Freaking busy. So
are you betting on my auction right now?
No, I'm not. I can't. I can't
if you want to.
No.
It's available for sale.
It smells like cigarettes.
I've got about 10 Wii's myself, so we're good.
All right.
I'm going to build a house out of Wii's, I think, maybe.
A 10 Wii house.
A wee little house.
A wee little house.
A wee little house. Maybe I'll get there someday. Anyway, store's been doing well. My story to share about that happened in the lull of podcasting would be that in September ended up going semi-viral with the store because of this story. And I'm pretty sure I've told you, but I mean, you've seen posts, but I don't remember if we talked about it in person, but I'll tell the listeners too. So, and I think it was like early to mid-September, there was a building that sat vacant, like the block that I'm on, next to it is like a row home, and then next to it is this building that was vacant. It was a restaurant bar for a long time, and it sat empty, and then somebody bought it, and they were renovating it, and they renovated it for like a couple months, and then finally they moved in, and it's a realtor. And they converted it into their offices. So cool. So in September, the realtor himself comes over and introduces himself. I met some of his like team members before, but I had not met him yet. So he comes over and he's like, hey, just wanted to, we're all moved in. I just wanted to introduce myself. And like, if you ever need anything or if you ever want to work on something together, whatever, we're here. And cool. Love that. And then he's like, but I have a weird question for you. And I'm like, all right, shoot. And he was like, I'm looking for the 1978 Kenner Star Wars Death Star space station. Do you happen to have one? But I need it to be in a box. And I'm like, actually, I do. Because I had one and I sold it, and I had another one that I was like missing a piece or something from, and I was going to order it. And I just hadn't done it yet because I was dragging my feet because I already had one. Yeah. So I was like, I actually have one in the back. It's missing some stuff, but, I can sell it as is if you want, or we could I'll find the pieces, whatever. And he was like, oh, bring it out. I'd love to see it. I want the box to be in good shape. And I'm like, okay. So I'm figuring like, oh, this guy likes Star Wars or whatever. He's an in-box collector. He likes pristine boxes. People come in and ask for good boxes all the time.
Yeah.
And I come out and he goes, oh, that box is really nice. And I'm like, yeah, it's in pretty good shape. Like I said, I haven't cleaned up the playset or anything, but I can discount it for that. But if you're interested, he was like, well, let me get my wife over here. So she comes in like a minute later and he's like, oh, look at this. And she's like, oh yeah, that's great. And he's like, yeah, this is way nicer than the one I have. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, he's definitely a collector. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, the one I have is kind of not, it's fine. It's not great. It's definitely not as nice shape as this. And I needed one to be really nice because that's me on the box. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
This kid, if you remember this playset at all, if you grew up with it, it's a very iconic playset of this three-tiered tower of the Death Star. And there's like a gun on the top, and there's the rope swing and the trash compactor in the bottom. And in the box, there's 2 kids playing with it. One kid's like kind of behind the playset playing with it. And then there's another kid who's standing in like the side front of it. and he's got this yellow turtleneck on, and that's him.
Yeah,
he's
that's
in the
awesome.
yellow turtleneck on the front, and he's fucking right next door. And I was like, what? Mind gone.
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds in
Did he tell you about, like, does he remember the photo shoot of that day?
Yeah, so he actually was telling me he went into it recently on a vlog podcast thing. I don't know, like one of those YouTube that they interview people called, I believe it's The Junk Man. And he did an interview with him about, I guess, because this guy was looking for kids who were on old toy boxes. So he like had seen something about it somewhere, I guess, and reached out. And he did an interview with him. And he kind of goes into it a little bit more in there. But yeah, he talks about like it was all glued together. They didn't get to keep anything or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. So like they couldn't really play with it because it was all stationary.
staged.
That sucks.
Yeah. But it was like just, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, what are the odds? All these people in the world, everything. And then this situation just.
I think the thing I'd be most curious about is how the heck did he wind up in New Cumberland? Like, it's like such an arbitrary place to have like, oh yeah, I was the model on the box of the Kenner Star Wars toys.
Right, but
now I'm a realtor in New Cumberland.
Right.
Like,
but the other thing is, like, if you think about it, like, I look back and like when I was like 10 years old, I was on a billboard, not for anything big, but like I was on a local billboard for something.
For what?
I don't even remember. I think it was something to do with education.
Let's find that billboard.
Mom, I'm going to need that billboard picture.
let's find that podcast where they're looking for kids that were on local billboards.
On Harrisburg area billboards
so
for
that
education.
Kelly can tell that story.
But yeah, I like have a faint memory of like doing a photo shoot about it. And I remember I remember seeing it, and I think it was by 322 on Lingelstown Road, that intersection there.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but like, and then what? You know, like I never did anything else.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't a child model or anything. I think my mom knew somebody or somebody and my mom was like, here you go. Because it was me, my sister, and one of my sister's friends. And that was it.
That's like my niece. She's in all these photos for the Band-Aid brand Instagram account.
Really?
She's a sponsored kid?
My sister works for the company that does all of the marketing PR stuff for Band-Aid brand bandages, as she is trained to say. But my niece is in all these like social media posts
That's
for
cool.
them. Like,
Does she get paid more for that?
I doubt it. If anything,
should,
she
though.
saves money. So,
Right. She gets free Band-Aids.
but I guess it is true. It's like there could be any situation that it's like you're just that one-off person that happens to be in the photo too.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just really fascinating to like have someone just walk in and be like, oh, I was in this photo 40 years ago. Do you have the toy?
Right.
with the
Yeah.
box?
Yeah. It's super weird. Right.
Almost 50 years ago.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. So I was just like blown away, and obviously I gave him a good deal on the thing. So I was like, "That's your face on it," and so yeah, I was
What
like,
if
"Can
he
I
was just lying to you to get that box for
maybe?"
cheaper?
But anyway,
He's
I
an
bought
ace.
it. I bought it.
That's the case.
You know, I mean, it's uncanny, the likeness.
Yeah.
So he did a really good job at lying. Then
I'm gonna try
Like, you know
that one
those G.I.
someday.
Joe boxes? They're modeled
Yeah.
after me.
You know that Super Mario World? I'm actually Yoshi.
Yeah.
shit, man, you're right. You look just like him.
Earthbound, me.
Yeah.
Me. It's me.
Oh man, yeah. No, but so I took a picture. Look just like that.
You know, my middle name's Retro and Rad. This store's mine.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, Retro and Rad McGinnis.
Can I see that social security card real quick? This can work two ways. Oh,
I mean, that's really cool. What was his name?
his name is Chris Timmons, and he's a realtor. So that's his realty group name. And yeah, but I was like, hey, can I just like take a picture for our social media? Because this is like a really cool story. And then I'll promote your company. I'll promote my company. And he was like, absolutely. So I took the picture and I like ended up sharing it. Like, so I know a couple of my friends have invited me to like that sell toys, invited to me like to their little toy groups and stuff on Facebook. So I was like, oh, maybe somebody. So I posted it in like a vintage Star Wars specific one. And I was like, hey, this is really cool. Like, I thought like some, like, if anybody, like 20 people here are going to get like a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Oh yeah.
Thousands of people.
Oh yeah.
Like one of my customers took it to Twitter, more thousands of people. And like just everywhere. It was just like, I'd come by an autograph. I'd have him sign my box. Where can I get what? I'm like, okay.
Gotta buy a house from Chris Timmons.
Yeah. And then you can sign your realty papers with him. But yeah, so it was just like crazy. And then I was like, you know, I should totally get an autograph from you and hang it in the store. And now I have one because he had like a little 8x10 he printed out of the box artwork and signed it for me. And now I have it hanging
I
up
thought
there.
you were going to say that he already had it with him when he came in.
No, that would have been even better.
He just goes to every toy store he can possibly find with an
Just
8x10.
buying all
Like,
of them.
hey, do you have the 1978 Star Wars Death Star? I know. It's me. Here you go. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing.
There's a shortage of 1978
Yeah.
Death Star boxes.
The kid on the box
Just
bought
in
them
central
all,
Pennsylvania.
but everybody's got an autographed 8x10.
It's a fair trade.
I would say to you, I think it'd be
His
fun.
wife is so fucking pissed off at him.
She's like, we're building a house out of Star Wars Death Star
yeah.
boxes.
You're using all of our profits for the 1978
buying
Death,
Death
Star
Stars. I was saying around the time that it happened that it'd be fun to have a play set made of the picture of him holding the Death Star play set.
Yes.
And then have a picture of him
And
holding
a yellow
the box for
turtleneck.
the play set.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, in a yellow
yellow
turtleneck.
yeah.
Holding the picture of, like, just keep it going in a circle.
Yes.
The Chris Timmons, I'm on this box play set. Held by model Chris Timmons.
Yellow turtleneck sold separately.
Other kids sold separately.
That's the worst part. Everybody's like, well, who's the other kid? And everybody's like, we don't know. He
Yeah.
hasn't come forward. So nobody knows. But
Comes with 3 8x10s already signed.
Yeah. Some accessories may be missing.
Yeah. Yes.
The
Yeah.
junk man
That's
does
a
need
really
to find
cool
that other
story.
kid. That is an awesome
Yeah, it's a
story.
really cool story.
That's such a like
Chris Timmons
crazy
sounds like
fate
a really
kind
cool
of
guy.
thing.
yeah, he's a nice guy for sure. So as much as we joke, he's a wonderful human who's done a lot of good things
His
for our
wife is
area.
fucking sick of it, though. Sick of hearing the story.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we've all heard.
You say it one more time, Chris Timmons.
So have you guys ever played with All Right?
The funny thing is, though, the one that I sold him is sitting in the office.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
So, like, I wonder if it's a segue.
It's definitely a selling point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
You want to buy the Death Star? I was there.
I was in it.
Yeah.
I blew up the Death Star.
I was playing with it. It's glued, but, you know, it still worked. We had fun.
Reminds me of my time on the Death Star. We have a saying here at the Empire.
So did they just do the one photo with him? Or
yeah, I don't
Did
think
he
he-
play with any other toys?
I don't think he did any other Star Wars ones. Again, I would say anybody should go watch that interview. I'm
Curious now. Yeah, it's like, is he like on several different toy boxes?
You would think so.
But I don't know. Kenner was such a small company.
Yeah.
Like they were
I don't
kind of
think so.
nobodies in that space. And they kind of came up, they had their comeuppance, so to speak, because of Star Wars toys, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
You are correct.
I got to rewatch The Toys That Made Us. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them because I send them money for them to send me stuff. Yay!
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
It's a sponsorship arrangement. It's called Kelly Buys Stuff From Them.
they're one of my distributors.
So,
Yes.
sponsored
cool.
by, what are they, Nacelle? Is that the name of the
Yeah,
company?
Nacelle. Yeah, they have my little toy store passports. They do that.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
a bunch of toys that'll be coming soon.
And a
Cool.
phenomenal Netflix series.
Do you guys want to do another beer?
Please.
All right. So, do you guys want to do... Let's do this Hardpin Winter Warmer.
A warmer.
Warm me up.
We don't need to
yeah.
pour these because I have 3 of them.
It's a cinnamon and nutmeg
Unless you wanna
holiday
pour 'em.
ale.
I mean,
Does it say that we should?
I don't know.
I might just for
Anywhere.
the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Just to see the color of it.
Yeah. I mean, I've already dirtied the cup, so. Well, it's a good thing that we're warming because I had my long johns on.
This is
Long
also a
John.
6% winter warmer. Cinnamon and nutmeg holiday ale, it says. Employee-owned Harpoon.
Yes.
That's cool. I like that.
Isn't Harpoon people that do UFO?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my faves as well.
Winter warmer pairs best with your favorite sweater and the warm crackle of a fire.
Well, I don't have the fire, but I
Sam,
have
put
one of
in
my
the-
favorite sweaters.
Put the crackle of the fire in the background,
Yeah.
will you? Post that.
Let's see. Fix it in post.
My leg lamp bottle opener is a little
There-
loud.
I can also add in that rarely are holiday-themed beers less than like 6 or 7% ABV.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mad Elf.
Well, Mad Elf's
time
at
is
11.
No, I know Mad Elf time is here, so
Yes.
it's high ABV time.
Which we have in the arsenal tonight, but not in its pure form, in the way that I
Not in
plan
its
to
most pure form.
distribute it.
This one's very similar. A little lighter body. It's lighter in color, too.
I was gonna say lighter in color for sure.
Nuttier in taste, I would think. Say winter warmers usually have that like really spicy quality to them,
It's
and this
good.
one's not immune.
It's chill.
From the cozy pubs and apartments of Boston to the snowy lodges in Vermont's Green Mountains, enjoy with friends and loved ones and let the revelry begin.
No, oh. Sorry, I started singing White Christmas in my head when she started singing about the mountains of Vermont. I want to wash my hair, my face, and hands with snow.
Is that really how the
It's
lyrics
a dumb song, yeah. It's the movie White Christmas with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye, and we're going to be happier than Danny fucking Kaye or whatever Griswold
Yep.
says.
What's your guys' favorite Christmas movie?
I personally, I think it's almost a toss-up, but number one definitely has to be Christmas Story. Number two would be National Lampoon Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Christmas Vacation is up there pretty high for me as well. Ugh, I think I have to go slightly pulpier though and say that my favorite Christmas movie is probably It's a Wonderful Life.
I was going to say that, too, actually.
That's always been like, and I haven't watched it yet this year, and I usually watch it on like Thanksgiving night. My wife and her sisters and her mom usually go do some activity like painting or something, and I'll sit at my house and drink beer and make turkey stock out of a turkey carcass and watch It's a Wonderful
Actually
Life.
sounds good.
But that's probably my like actual overall favorite. But Christmas Vacation I could watch like every day between like mid-November and January.
The thing is, Christmas Vacation is on, like, we have Sling, so Christmas Vacation would be on cable more often than you would think throughout the year. And it would be on, we'd be like, well, I guess it's, you know, it's March, we'll watch it. I don't care. You know, it's just a good movie.
As opposed to A Christmas Story, which plays like, 16 times over the course of New Year or Christmas Eve into Christmas
Oh, yeah.
Day.
We always, I mean, both of our families always have Christmas Story on for 24 hours
Okay.
in the background. So that's always, you watch it through once and then it's always in the background.
Well, I may have taken your one of your choices, Bo, but what about you?
It was going to be A Wonderful Life or Krampus.
Okay.
Have
It
you
is.
guys ever
I believe
seen
it is
Krampus?
Krampus knocked
I have
this
not,
evening.
actually.
It's actually good.
Okay.
It's a little spooky. Not
Oh, I'm all into the
it's like gore
weird
Christmas
movies. Yeah.
Christmas gore.
Well, so there's this new one out,
I want to see it.
Violent Night. With,
Oh, is that the one with Hopper from
yes,
Stranger
Hopper
Things?
is
Yes.
Santa
Hopper's in
Claus.
it.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that.
My one coworker went to go see it, and he said it was amazing. Like, looks hilarious. Just
Yeah,
like
it looks really good.
it
It looks like the Christmas movie we all needed. Right?
yes,
Sure. I want to round out my top three by telling you my third favorite Christmas movie, because the top three is a trifecta for me.
Sure.
They're all
the
interchangeable.
Holy Trinity, if
Like
you
the
will.
Triforce.
Yes, both of those things. Number three for me is
Tessellate.
Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, so
Interesting
fucking
choice.
good, actually.
It is a good one.
Okay, but any other Christmas Carol version, subpar.
Yes.
Absolutely subpar. You know why? Muppet Christmas Carol, double the Marleys.
Yes.
Okay.
Musical numbers.
Uh-huh.
Omniscient Gonzo.
They do Bohemian Rhapsody, right? in it?
No.
No, not that one.
I just watched Muppets with my daughter, just the Queen Bohemian Rhapsody, and it was really good.
I think that's one of the newer
fair.
ones. I forget.
She was jamming out.
She should be.
I will say though.
Michael Caine. Can't forget that. No other one has Michael Caine.
That's true. As far as Christmas Carol goes,
I like Elf too. Elf is great.
I was about ready to watch Elf tonight, and I turned on Home Alone instead before I came over. I wanted to have my undivided attention for all of Elf, and I knew I was only going to get to watch like half the movie.
Yeah,
so I went with
fair.
Home Alone. I watch a Christmas movie pretty much every night between like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm all about the Christmas movies.
Yeah, same. Do you guys like for Thanksgiving? Do you ever watch Alice's Restaurant?
No, but I saw
nobody on my wife's side of the family knows Alice's Restaurant. I'm like, really, guys?
We used to listen to the song.
Yes, it's a 45-minute
long
song.
Like me and my dad, and like because they would play it on like the river or one of the local radio stations on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
and we would always listen to it.
It's a classic.
Yeah. So it's been a while since I've actually taken the time to. Yeah, because I still have that same stereo. We used to crank it on.
Yeah.
I saw this year especially like people sharing things on social media about Thanksgiving. People were talking excessively about Alice's Restaurant, and I don't think anybody has said. Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't feel like anybody has said anything about that until this year. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the other thing, everybody was talking about planes, trains, and automobiles, and I was like, yeah, that I guess but like. Why are we all just arriving at this right now?
Because one
collectively
person posted it. And then
I guess.
Everyone else does.
But I mean, it was just like a couple people I know personally, just like generally some, internet posts and stuff. And it was like, I didn't realize that everybody was lacking in the Thanksgiving category of entertainment. I don't know.
There's not that many Thanksgiving movies, though.
No, there's not. I mean, we definitely were watching Planes, Trains, and Automobiles on Thanksgiving, but... yeah, it just was like, it felt like nobody had come out and been like, it's time to watch that because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But then this year everybody was like, it's time to watch that or listen to that because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And like my only thing that I have to watch every year is the parade and the dog show. That's it.
That's both, yeah.
That's all I have to do. So that's my routine.
I can't say that there's any movies that I directly associate to Thanksgiving.
Just Alice's Restaurant for me. I didn't even know Planes, Trains, Automobiles was a Thanksgiving movie.
Well,
Yeah,
so
'cause
you're
they're
saying
going
watch
home.
it. Is there a thing you can watch?
There's a movie.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I've always
I
just
just know
listened
the
to
song.
Alice's Restaurant
And it's
Massacre.
better with the visuals, and Arlo Guthrie's in it.
Well, sure,
as, like,
yeah.
a main actor.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah, it's great.
I'll have to look for that because I've only ever listened to the
it's
song.
so good, yeah.
Like we would just put it on. My dad had like his crazy stereo set up that
Yeah.
there'd be like 4 speakers around the house. We'd be listening to.
So the
Alice's
song is
Restaurant.
45 minutes long. The
Yeah.
movie's an hour and a half. They just play the song twice while acting it out.
Okay.
No, it's...
I mean, I don't know. Do it again. Okay.
All right. Oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like I do have a bit of a lull because there's obviously Halloween movies out the waz.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And like
So
a
many.
few that I have to watch. Although, here's a good discussion. Nightmare Before Christmas.
I was just going to ask this.
Halloween movie or Christmas movie for you guys?
I think it's more Halloween, but it's also Christmas.
I consider it a Christmas movie. My wife considers it a Halloween movie, so it's been a Halloween movie in my house as of late. But Disney decorates the Haunted Mansion for Christmas with Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
But then they also do stuff for Halloween, so I don't know.
Yeah, so for me, and I just had this conversation with both my husband and my family recently. As a joke, I was dressed like a skeleton for Halloween, and he like made a joke, and he said like, "Where are you going, Bone Daddy?" or something like that, like
Yeah.
ha ha ha. And I was like, okay, but that's not a joke because like when I was 2, I was like obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas. It was brand new, or like 2 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had a shirt. I had a Jack Skellington shirt, and it said,
Nice work, Bone Daddy.
it just said Bone Daddy.
Yeah.
And there's like, I was like, Mom, you need to find these pictures of me in this. I know you have pictures of me in this shirt. And she did. She delivered. And I had to show him, be like, no, this is my personality. Like, this has been who I am my entire life. And it was like never a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie. It just was a movie to me.
That's true too.
However,
it's a holiday movie.
Yes. However, as I grow older, I find myself watching it more during Halloween rather than Christmas. I do consider it both, but I do watch it more in the Halloween because I think maybe that comes first, so I get excited. I don't know.
Don't they have a song that says "This is Halloween"?
Yes,
and that's what everybody's main argument is. There's a song called "This is Halloween." This is Halloween. It's like, yeah, it's about the Halloween people who discover Christmas and try to.
True.
There's also a song called "Making Christmas, Making Christmas."
Na, na, na.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's literally both. It's split down the middle. However, I watch it more then because that holiday comes first in the calendar.
Yeah.
I think.
Interesting.
Upheld.
Fair.
I'm always curious because
It's a good argument.
somebody was playing it on a big screen in my parents' neighborhood. We took Lincoln trick or treating. And I was giving them a hard time. I was like, I don't know why you guys are watching a Christmas movie on Trick or Treat. But, I guess that's all right. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, they're all pissed off at you.
They're like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Go back to your own neighborhood.
Yeah. I never see you around here. We're your kid.
Tell your kid to give us our candy back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not giving you any full sizes this year.
Adelina was super cute for Halloween.
I saw the pictures and I
was the
could
itsy
agree.
bitsy spider. My wife was the sun and I was the rain. And she did not know what she was doing for the first house, but after that, she's like, "Yeah, I'm taking this bucket to everyone that I see. And they're going to give me something that I don't even know what it is because my parents don't give me any of it."
Right.
And she loved it. I took the bucket from her because she kept spilling it because it was heavy.
Yeah.
And she screamed and cried until I gave it back to her. And all she wanted to do was walk around with it and get more things in the bucket.
Lincoln still thinks he's supposed to knock on people's door and say trick or treat.
Oh.
Because we taught him that's what
Everyone's
you do.
outside nowadays.
But but what we do is we'll be we walked up to my sister-in-law's house yesterday and we knocked on the door and they opened the door. We're like, Lincoln, what do you say? Meaning say hello. And he goes, trick or treat. We're
That's great.
No, doesn't work this time.
Yeah. Not October.
That's funny.
That's great.
Maybe I should start doing that when I go to people's houses. Trick or treat. Just be like, I'm coming over and knock knock.
Yeah.
Trick or treat.
I like that.
Take a page out of Lincoln's book. He's ahead of the trend. He's onto something.
He's the preemptive trick or treater.
Yes.
The year-round trick or treater.
Yes, I love it. If he ever comes to my house, I always have candy, so.
He'll find it.
Yeah. I still have the bowl of Halloween candy right by the door, and whenever people come over, they're like, "Oh, can I have some?" I'm like, "Please take it all." Please, it's only Snicker bars and Milky Ways. I don't care for.
What? You don't like Milky Ways?
Just give me the fucking Twix.
Okay, but Milky Way is good though.
Twix.
Yes, but Milky Way is still good.
All right. It's all right. If you're
Snickers
craving chocolate,
Snickers is all right.
If the world was about to end and it was the only candy.
We're back again to this.
it's no Samoa. Let's put it that way.
Heaven forbid it be minty.
Yeah. Oh God.
You know what? Hold on. Let me derail this. I found at our newly created Trader Joe's here that we don't have to drive 2 hours for anymore.
You just have to wait in line
For 2 hours.
as soon as you walk in.
No.
It's actually not that bad.
No, it's fine.
No.
It's fine now. I went the other day to get groceries, and they have dark chocolate mint shortbread star cookies. So those Stouffer's little chocolate stars, that, but with a hint of mint.
No. No thanks.
I know you don't want it, but they are addictive. They are very good, and they're that big. They're very tiny. So,
So you eat a lot of them.
so I end up eating 20 of them.
Jeez.
I had some of Trader Joe's chocolate chip dunking cookies the other day. And I had a Mad Elf at my friend's house, and I weirded everyone out because I took a chocolate chip cookie and I dunked it in my Mad Elf, and they all threw me the nastiest look. They're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "This is awesome. What are you talking about?"
That could be
it's
a good combo.
A little bit of chocolate
I've never
into the
dipped a
Mad
cookie
Elf.
into a beer.
But it's not really a beer when it's Mad Elf. I feel like that doesn't count. It's practically dipping it in brandy.
It's mead.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never dipped a cookie into anything besides milk, I feel like.
Okay. Well, you
Coffee, maybe.
I feel like either a chocolate stout or a Mad Elf. We say that, but we did do an entire podcast this year where we literally ate cookies, and
that was one of our 5 podcasts.
We didn't dip though. That was a good one.
No, but we did kind of the.
We swished it around.
Yeah,
with the
we did like the mixers, so to speak. If you haven't listened to us before and somehow you're still listening to us right now, go
God
listen
bless
to
your
us.
soul.
Yeah, that too. But go listen to us drink beer and eat Girl Scout cookies definitively.
Yeah, a lot of cookies. That was a fun episode.
I've never been more full and like
sugared up.
I was going to say, I think I had a hangover
buzzing.
the next day because of all the cookies.
Yeah, a cookie hangover.
Like
I
just
definitely
all
had a
that
headache.
extra sugar on top of like, we had some interesting beers in that episode as well. So, yeah, but anyway, Christmas.
Yeah, so about Christmas, do you guys want anything? Or is anything on your wish list? I know we're all adults in our 30s. Kelly, are you in your 30s?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm about to be 32.
Shit.
I'm about to be 34.
About to be 35 in August.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sam, my back hurts.
Sam has a no. You have a winter birthday? I'm trying to remember.
I do. My birthday is in February.
Yeah, we're February twins.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. We're Aquarians.
Aquarians.
I'm on that cusp of Pisces and Aquarius, depending on
you're later in the month.
Yeah, depending on whose calendar you're talking about. But I've been both, apparently. But
he goes both ways.
Yeah, I go both ways. You know, but
both aquatic, right?
Well, technically,
Pisces is a fish, so yeah.
Yeah, but technically,
Aquarius
Aquarius
is
is
like
yeah, but it's an air sign.
It's Jason Momoa.
Is it?
Technically.
Fuck all that. Shit.
I'm talking out of my ass about astrology, but
I don't know the first thing about astrology. I know Pisces is a fish.
The best thing about astrology that I've seen is this TikToker. This guy goes up to women at like clubs and he's like, "What sign are you? What sign are you?" And they're like, "Libra." And he's like, "Oh no, never mind." They're like, "What?" Like he just no matter what sign they say, he's like, "Oh no, never mind. Fuck you. Get away. And they're like, "Wait, why? What's the matter?"
I had a thought the one time. Again, I don't know anything about astrology, but I find it funny. But I just want to be like casually in a conversation with somebody, and just be like, if I like know what their sign is or something, and then they say something, be like, "Oh yeah, that tracks."
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, for a Gemini, the fact that you don't like Harry Potter, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, and just like totally off the cuff,
yeah.
like or be
that.
like, yeah, you know, Sam, you're wearing that nice sweater today because you're an Aquarian. Yeah.
It is
like
a nice
just
sweater,
totally
Sam.
arbitrary.
I like the sweater. It's like a hoodie. It's basically a hoodie, but it's knit.
It's beautiful.
Makes me feel classy.
Mm-hmm. You look good.
But I can also wear it like a hoodie. Like
Oh man, that's super comfy.
So Christmas presents. Wait,
right.
Anyway,
I was gonna say in my
derailed.
30s I forget things, like what we were talking about.
anything that's on your wish list, like maybe a video game or just anything. Like it could be a fucking tea kettle. I don't care.
Tea kettle.
And we just got one, and it's nice. We upgraded to a bigger, nicer one. I guess
Nice.
It's more quiet.
So I do a gift exchange with both my wife's family and my family. Like everybody just puts their name in a thing, and we all just get a like nicer-ish gift for each other, so that nobody feels pressure to have to get all these gifts for people. So on that list,
I should start doing that shit.
It's a good way, especially like if you don't have any money like I do.
Yeah, I like that actually.
But so the one list, I actually asked for, believe it or not, a controller adapter for my phone because I'm finding myself having these like decent like ports of things that I'll just like fart around with on my phone. Like I have freaking GTA San Andreas on my phone. It's like I can play a full-fledged version of San Andreas, but then they have like basically an Xbox controller that you slap on the sides of your phone, and it feels like a Switch. It's like, this looks awesome.
Yeah, I've seen those.
So I put that on the one list. We'll see. And actually, believe it or not, the other one I put, because I've never actually had them, is Super Mario Maker 2 for the Switch.
Oh, it's such a good game.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm always a fan of the Mario platformers, but I've never played the Mario Maker games.
It's a really fun game.
So that was the other one that I put on there just sort of off the cuff. I was like, you know what? If I'm going to dive into a game.
Do you want to build levels or do you just want to play the story? Because all I did was the story.
I will probably do a little of both. I kind of like the creator-y sandbox kinds of things like that. I've always been into like games where I'm building something rather than just playing
Like
through
your
the story.
God.
Like, well, yeah, it's like I was always into The Sims. I was always into Age of Empires.
God complex.
I was
Sam.
always a god. I'm still a god. And also with you. No, but I do like the games where it's like very much like creator based. So that one fascinates me. It could also be one of those games that it's like, this is too much work.
Yeah.
And I'll just put it down, but I'm curious about it still.
Well, talking about God,
What a segue. Ooh. Should we have chanting in the background? There it is.
we put up Super Mario star as our star on the tree today. And I was telling Addie, I was holding her while we were putting the ornaments up. I was like, so this is the star that shined when Jesus was born.
The star shined and it said
All of a sudden, the baby Jesus was glowing right
So all of a sudden, baby Jesus was going ape shit and running everywhere. And all the Koopa shells went flying away.
We made up a bunch of stories, and Kayla was like, she was like, I can't wait until she's older and she brings up something like that with your parents. And I'm like, whatever, like, it'll be fun. But no, talking about God.
He blue shelled the wise men.
Get out of here.
Sorry.
Talking about God, I want God of War Ragnarok. That's like on my bucket list of games. And I told Kayla, I was like, if you get me any game, get me this game, but also wait until closer to Christmas because maybe it will go down in price. But yeah, I can't wait to play that game and dive deep into it because I absolutely love the original one on the PS4. So
My
much.
brother-in-law played that game so much that he actually forced himself to stop.
The original PS4 one?
I forget. He has a PS5, and I don't remember which one he was actually playing. How new is Ragnarok?
It just came
new.
out like a month ago.
Then he got that and has been playing it for a month.
Yeah.
And just
It's
like
so
this
good.
week, he was like, he's like, I only sleep like 4 hours a night. I gotta stop.
man.
Dude, honestly, the God of War for PS4 was that good of a game. Like, it's all you could think about type game. Like, there wasn't even loading screens when there should have been loading screens because the developers were able to develop a game so well that when you were walking in certain areas, the whole map and everything was loading in the background and you didn't even know.
It's like Tony Hawk's American Wasteland.
It's nothing like Tony Hawk's American Wasteland.
Wait, I'm going through this tunnel. What is happening?
No loading screens. Just have to wait in this tunnel for like a minute and a half.
This is
It's a really
great.
long tunnel.
The Lincoln Tunnel. Anyway.
How about you, Kelly?
Wish list. I think I really haven't vocalized a wish list to anybody.
Did you tell Scott to get you anything?
No, I didn't.
You're just making him guess.
Well, I never asked, so. Also, we're at the point in life where we just buy things whenever you want them, kind of thing.
I'm always buying stuff.
No, I know, but it's like, like last Christmas, he's a very practical gifter too, so he was like, I bought us the new Tupperware we needed.
Yeah.
That's
So-
my wife.
It's
Well,
not
I'll ask her what she wants. She said, I don't need anything. I didn't ask you what you need.
Right.
You need things. We buy what we need.
But sometimes but he's a very thoughtful, practical gifter. So sometimes he'll gift things that I don't know that I need. But then
Oh,
when I
that's
get them
different,
and I'm like, oh, this is very helpful. And I would not have thought of that.
That's
So
like when I got Kayla a PSVR headset. I was
Yeah.
like,
you
know,
need this.
You need this. That's
Right.
like a group gift, but if you don't like it, I'll just use it. That's
right.
You know, thoughtful, self-serving,
Yes.
same thing.
Yeah. But anyway, so I usually don't really tell him because I think he sometimes might know what I need more than I do sometimes.
True that.
But anyway, also that takes the fun out of it. But I think if I were to write a wish list to Santa Claus right now, my item of choice would be an analog pocket.
Yeah, I sort of want one, and then at the same time, I'm like, it's really not much of anything that we don't already have.
That's the thing.
But it's all of them.
Right.
But who needs that?
Hold on. Here's my thing.
Okay.
Because I've been back and forthing
How much
all
are
over
they?
this. It's $200 for the system.
Say 199.
Oh, that's
But
it.
yeah, but
not bad.
it's not bad. And then if you want to get the adapter pieces, it's like another $50 or whatever to play.
To play what?
To play everything.
play, like,
Links, Neo Geo.
GameCube.
So
not
I saw
Game
that you
Gear,
can
rather.
just emulate all of them on it. now.
No.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, but no. Yeah.
My buddy's doing it.
You can't play the cartridges. In any of those systems, they're FPGAs, so you can load the other cores onto the system and play. I mean, you could play friggin' Super Nintendo on it if you want to.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like if I wanted to play my like Klonoa Wonder Swan cart that you gave me,
Yeah.
like I could have the adapter and put the cart in
And
there.
have it on like a nice bright IPS screen too.
On like a Game Boy feeling.
The thing with that game, though, on that screen, because it's a square screen, it would not read properly on certain
That was
things.
more of an example, not
Yes.
of a... yes, but you know what I mean?
Do they have a Wonder Swan adapter?
I would assume probably. I honestly don't know what the adapter piece is.
I think they have a Lynx.
They
definitely have a Lynx.
Lynx, they have Game Gear, they have Neo Geo.
I'm pretty sure Lynx
They have-
was a rectangle screen, though, too, and that sort of fucks it up. Like
I don't know what...
fucking with the aspect.
I don't know specifically about that. However...
It's not a perfect square screen, but I think some of those systems did have smaller, like, pixel resolution that wasn't like a standard thing, which is a little bit funky. But honestly, the thing for me with the analog stuff is just how robust the builds usually are. Like, it's a solid handheld.
Right. And that I didn't buy one off the cuff. Like I waited and was like, you know what, this sounds great on paper, but I want to see what's going on. And as the year went by and more people that I know from real world and from Instagram have bought one. And I immediately am like, hi, I trust you. I know you. Can you give me your point blank what you think of this? Mm-hmm. And everybody's been saying the same thing. They love it. They love it. They love it. And I'm just like, man, it makes it so much harder because, like, sure, I have all these ways to play Game Boy games or whatever, but like, I feel like Sam's saying with the just the product itself. And then in the last month, I think I saw it was one of Time Magazine's top inventions of 2022, which to me also
That's cool.
That says a lot because. Like, if you're just a regular consumer and not a video gamer and you see this and you're like, oh, what's all this about? You know, that's kind of nifty to be like, this is an up and coming, like, product, I guess I'll say, like, or way to game or something. And the fact that they're doing that where other people aren't, or the way that they're doing it is so cool. I don't know. But again, I'm also stuck in the place where $250 for the console and the little cartridge adapter. That's not chump change when I already have Game Boys and I already have Game Gear and I already have all this stuff already.
I'm looking at it now. If you want the full set of adapters, it's $100.
Yeah.
The system's actually gone up a little bit. It's going to be available for sale again in like a week.
Yeah.
But it's $220 now. Just, silicone.
Yeah. I know the price of all of the interior parts are going up.
Yeah.
So
You can get just the Game Gear adapter by itself for $30, but they're going to have... Okay, so all the adapters they're going to have as of 2023 will be essentially making it a Turbo Express with a TurboGrafx adapter. It'll do PC Engine and Super Graphics as well. And then Neo Geo, Lynx, and Game Gear is what they're saying they're going to have. I was kind of curious about that too. Is like, is it in the unobtainium category still? Because
Right.
the pre-orders for that were
that's
ridiculous.
Yes,
for a
when I
while.
saw
gotta
that
wait a long
the pre-orders for Q4 got fulfilled in October, and I was like, oh, that's 2 months ahead of what they said they were going to fill. So that's
good.
when I was like, okay, maybe this is obtainable. That's when I was like, maybe I seriously start thinking about this and consider this. One of my friends from college just got one, and he also pre-ordered the Super NT. Is it that they do? Analog does the Super.
Analog did the Super NT. Yeah.
He pre-ordered one of those too, so he was really excited about that. But he just got his pocket, and he was like ranting and raving. He was up the wall about it. Because I was asking him every question in the book. I was like, what's it feel? What's the docking like? Because it has docking capability.
Yeah, I saw that.
And all
that's
this
another
stuff.
$100
Yeah.
too.
So I mean, I don't necessarily need the dock right off the
Oh,
bat.
it doesn't come with it.
No, it's
No.
$100, and it gives you 1080p out to a TV.
I don't really need that. Like I said, I kind of just want it for handheld gaming, but it's also another way for me to just be like, I can play a Lynx cartridge if I want. I can play a TurboGrafx cartridge if I want. Like if I find one or whatever, or for me, even at work, I could test one because I don't have those systems. If I get
for
one,
testing, yeah. I mean, you
So-
can write it off then too.
yeah. But yeah, so it's just that is like my, if I had one wish to Santa this year, that's my one wish.
Write it off, write it off, write it off. Just order one now and write it off.
Guess I should, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Kind of in that boat.
If you're testing stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
That's definitely a write-off.
Yeah.
And I think that is more doable than two. You don't have to rely on Scott or yourself. Like you would actually be using it to test all these games that you do get.
Right, but it would also be like
Fun.
because
Take on.
I would just be daily drivering that thing
Yeah.
every day.
I'm still in the same boat with the Steam Deck. I talked to you guys about that a
Yeah.
while ago. It's like
Yeah.
I was ready to sell all my mini consoles, and then I started taking pictures of them to sell them. I was
I'm
like,
glad you didn't.
nah, I can't.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't. It's like the Steam Deck has not proved itself to be so desirable
The
that I
bee's knees, yeah.
need it.
It looks cool,
Yeah.
but yeah, I
Well-
can't justify it.
My justification is that I already have 180, 200 games in a Steam library. So built in, there's
It'd
a
be cool to
decent
do
amount of
it handheld.
compatibility.
Yeah.
It would be cool. But I don't know. I have yet to see this killer reason to have it, at least as much as, or as infrequently as I've been able to dedicate time to something like that, already having, a gaming PC to play all that stuff on, and a Switch and the mini consoles. And
I
all
don't see
that.
anyone talking about the Playdate. Do you remember that console?
I've
The
seen a
handheld?
few follow-ups about it. And
When was that?
It's Takahashi's console
with the crank.
with the crank. I just looked it up on eBay. There's 6 listings, so it's out.
Oh, it's definitely out. No, I had Metal Jesus Rocks that I watch on YouTube pretty frequently.
He talked about it.
He was big about it when it came out.
It's not a backlit screen, which sort of sucks.
That was his biggest.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, it's so
That was his
dark.
biggest and probably harshest criticism. It's
We're all too old.
the
for
system is neat, but and his argument too, which is a good one in my opinion. How in this day and age do you not have a way to do that to keep it cost effective and still be a decent backlit screen?
Yeah.
That tech is all pretty cheap. There's really not a reason
Yeah.
to do a back reflective screen. It's he tried to be nice about it. He's as far as reflective backed screens goes, this is one of the best ever. But it's still just a front
a calculator.
Yeah, it's you still got to play it like an old school Game Boy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right.
I haven't heard much about software because the software release is a subscription service. Mm-hmm. It's you buy into it, and if you do, or not if you do, you have to. You get it a new game every month, or it was built into the cost of the system. I don't
I think
remember
it
if
was
actually
built
had
into
to.
the cost.
Yeah,
It should be.
yeah. I don't remember what the.
It's more expensive than the analog, so
Is it?
yeah. I mean, it cheapest is $300 to $400.
Jeez.
See, I didn't realize that. Well, that's secondhand though. If you actually pre-order it from them, is it that much? Because I thought part
That's
of the
a good
appeal
question.
of it was that it was supposed to be relatively Yeah, pre-orders are $180. So it actually
So very expensive for
say
something that's
expensive
not backlit.
for a tiny little thing too. It's kind of like if you took an old Game Boy and like smushed it down like stout ways.
It seems like more of a fun thing to show your friends and take
Yeah.
pictures of than actually play a game.
Well, and it's like
Was
that's
that
just it. It's Teenage
shade?
Engineering is the company that did it.
What?
Was that shade?
Well, I mean, it's shade like on
It's a
myself.
showpiece.
Like I'd
Yeah.
probably do just that. I'd be like, oh yeah, fuck your analogs. I'm playing the Playdate.
Yeah.
You know? Like I'm
No,
cranking
the
this shit
company-
out.
It's funny though because this company that did the design.
I love not being able to see the screen,
Yeah, this is great.
but it actually photographs really well. So fuck
Yeah.
y'all.
No, but the company that did the design is Teenage Engineering, and they're known for like a bunch of like little handheld synths that a bunch of like YouTubers love doing videos of.
Yeah.
Oh, look at my tiny little synthesizer that cost $900 that
Ew.
I can make these cool 8-bit beats with. Like, and they make really cool stuff with them.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Let me chip tune that popular song.
yeah,
real
they're not
quick.
like known for like cheap electronics. That company,
Yeah.
they're not the ones that are selling it, obviously, but it's their design and their like design language. If you know some of their other products,
So the PS5 was also on my wish list too.
Yeah, I would like one so I can finally play Ratchet and Clank.
I almost bought one like around Black Friday because they were doing that bundle deal with God of War Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
But the only and it was $540, I think $540 or $560, brand
not
new
bad.
disc version,
I was gonna say the disc version, not digital.
yeah.
and it came with Ragnarok. But why I didn't buy it is because Ragnarok was a digital download,
Oh yeah, yep,
and I was like,
That's
no,
common for
no, I
those.
don't want it. No, it's not
Yep.
the same.
yep.
So you're set on if you buy it, it'll be the disc one.
The game,
I meant just the console.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I'm a PC guy, so I don't really care about discs anymore.
Yeah,
myself,
no,
Physical media.
yeah.
I want to be able to play these games later in
True.
life, and we don't know what's going to happen with the digital
When you
world.
play your analog PS5 in 2050.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you look at Nintendo Wii,
Hashtag
you can't
nostalgia.
download any of the
No.
games again.
That's true.
Well, and now here's the other problem. Now that we're talking about
Wii U's
digital
gonna be
games,
canceled. The
Yeah.
online shop soon in
But
March.
even if you have a physical copy of a lot of these games, the servers are gone for a lot of this stuff. So if it's like a heavily online or online only campaign or whatever, and they take those servers down, it doesn't matter if you have the physical or digital copy;
Yeah.
it's gone.
it's kind of like having the physical original version of like Skyrim.
Right?
like
Or I
there's
was just
so
like
many updates to that
Battlefield or
game
something. Yeah.
Yeah, but that might be fun actually.
Oh, and it's not like it's like vanilla version of the game, but
It's
it
just
does
broken.
kind of.
It's just a broken game.
Well, it's just like there's so much expandability to it that won't
Yeah.
be available to whoever has that copy. And a lot of that stuff is just accomplished through server connections.
Yeah.
But, you know, that stuff's also all owned by all hail the great and powerful Microsoft. So I'm sure their servers aren't going away anytime soon.
Last be all right? Or no, we still have one
Well,
of
we
yours.
still have-
Holy shit.
Yeah, but we're starting to
I have-
run up against the clock. So
Yeah, I
if
have
Kelly
this
has
as
one she
that's-
wants to share, we can do that.
Well,
one.
that
We
was
can
that was
issue
a
mine.
3-way
Yeah.
of one can, so it's only
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
only
we'll
a
end
little
with
bit.
that one. We don't need to do.
It's
Mad
not a
Dreams.
winter
It's not really
beer.
winter though.
It's up to
Technically
you.
fall. That's true.
It's up to you.
Okay.
I don't
We'll
care.
see. All right, let's talk about this one.
I just think if we do
Talking
that
to-
one, I'm gonna regret it.
This one, yeah, I mean, I'm going to regret everything anyway. It's fine.
Well, this is an 8%, so
No,
That's better.
It's not terrible, but it's not
Okay.
an easy
Let's
one.
talk about this one. This
never met a
is
beer more finer.
Spotzel Brewery.
Spätzle.
Spitzel Brewery. And it's called a Shiner Holiday Cheer. Ale brewed with peaches and pecans and with natural flavor and caramel color. 5.4% alcohol.
So are you familiar with Shiner, Texas?
I am not.
So
I've
a
never
friend of
been to
mine
Texas.
was a big enthusiast of Shiner beer, and he just happened to be near Shiner, Texas. And when I say near Shiner, Texas, he was in an area nowhere near Shiner, Texas, and drove 3 hours out of his way to go to the Spätzle Brewery for a tour because he was that amused by Shinerbach. So I've had holiday cheer before, but it's been a long time, and boy howdy, it's a sweet one.
It's really good. It's very peachy.
It is. It's just compared to what we've been drinking, it's sweet.
It's very sweet, and that's sort of why I wanted to end it with this one.
I could smell the peach when I was pouring.
I feel like our palate would have got fucked up if we drank this first, even though it's a lower ABV.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is a little fruitier.
I don't mind it, though.
Oh, not
good.
at all.
This is good. Actually,
It's not overly sweet, but it's way sweeter than everything else.
Just by comparison, I would
I
say
do
that it's like,
tend to lean towards getting like the Trogs winter little mixer or something like
most
that.
wonderful beer of the year.
Yeah, when it comes to the winter time beer buying, but this might have swayed me.
It's good.
Might have to get a sixer of this one to cozy up.
So Caleb picked out both the Shiner and the Harpoon. I already had the Long Johns
The Long
in
Johns.
my fridge, but I asked her, I was like, get me a Christmas beer, and she ended up getting me 2 of them. And I love that she now buys beer for me because I feel like she picks things that I wouldn't pick per se. Like I always pick what I always pick.
I was surprised to see that you had Shiner, admittedly, when you showed us what you were thinking about bringing over, because that's not like... In certain parts of the country, Shiner is almost like Yingling is here. Like it's
really?
relatively popular, and like it's in like country songs and stuff. Like Shiner Bach is like
Can
kind
you
of
sing
like
us a song?
I actually don't remember the song, or I totally would.
Country roads.
Yes. Take me Shiner beer.
Shiner beer.
Christmas
Peaches
time,
and pecans.
give me holiday cheer.
Shiner beer.
Shiner, Texas.
With peaches and pecans.
And your spitzels. It's a beer.
Take me
It's
home.
Shiner
Holiday
beer.
cheer. Trademark that.
Yeah.
Copyright that.
Done.
2022. Precisely Productions. I need
good,
more
though.
snare on my headphones.
Yeah.
It is good. It's a cheery holiday beery.
I do feel cheery.
Pecans, I'm curious. I don't necessarily like... When I think of pecans, I think of pecan pie, so I don't actually know what to think of for like the flavor of pecans
I
themselves.
think of monkey bread. Have you guys ever had monkey
Heck
bread?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think of like
That's
sometimes
like a winter thing.
people put like Christmas cookies. They'll put pecans in the Christmas cookies. I can't remember what kind of cookie it is. But
Peaches, though, aren't really wintry.
no, because here they're done by September.
Yeah.
Early October is the end of peach season here. But other places, I don't know what the.
Well, in Shiner, Texas,
Well, I'm sure it's warmer.
peaches grow year-round.
millions of peaches.
Peaches for free.
Peaches grow all the time during the Christmas Shiner season.
Tell me more.
Guns.
Large peaches.
Large peaches and big guns in Shiner, Texas.
Welcome to Shiner, Texas. Here's your gun.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good beer. So, let's talk about games that we've been
Wait.
playing, if any of you... Nope.
I was going to say, can we dial back for 1 second? Because
Sure.
Mom came through. I had texted my mom and said,
She already
hey.
found a picture?
Oh, she was already on the computer, so she
Damn.
was on it.
She has them all digitalized.
Yeah, Mom's
There you go, Mom.
Mom's a... Anyway, we were talking about the billboard that I was on as a child.
Yes.
And I know this is an audio media and this is a visual media that I'm talking about, but if you can think about it, it is a billboard with 3 children. Like I said, I am one of them. And it says, hey, what about the kids? And then what about the kids.org? And then at the bottom, it says, make sure your candidate for governor is committed to kids. Now, you can look.
Aww.
So I think I might have been maximum 5th or 6th grade there.
That's so cute.
Judging by my glasses, because I got glasses in like 5th
It's
grade.
little Kelly.
That's so cute. And you guys are all holding hands.
What about the kids.org?
So it was, I mean, like, definitely staged, obviously.
Yeah.
But, you know, that was my shining moment
That's great.
in the sun of child modeling.
Can't say I was
And
ever on a billboard.
gubernatorial elections.
Yeah, I don't even know who like I said, it doesn't even say the governor. It just is about.
I remember being in a fashion show as a young kid at the Camp Hill Mall when it was a Camp Hill Mall, and my parents owned designer stores. My mom made potato sack burlap kids' clothing, which was the worst thing, Mom, ever, because burlap is very itchy.
So itchy. I would never
so
wear that.
itchy.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, it was super cute outfits, but
that sounds like something that some mom right now who's like a mommy blogger, but also wants to like name
that has like 5 followers.
Yeah, but wants to like name her kid like
Burlap.
Yeah, but it has an IGH in it.
This is my son Burlap.
And all of the kids' toys are beige and like they only use essential
It's a very
oils to clean
thematic
themselves.
child,
Yeah.
They're not German, but they say they're German.
Burlap with an umlaut. This is my son Burlap.
Beer lap.
Burlap.
Beer lap.
Excuse me, but you need to clean up. Burlap, come back here. You need to clean up your plate when you're done eating. Burlap.
When I lived out in Oregon, I worked for a lady named Birgit, and she was German, and she lived in a little German house on 160-acre farmland. Yeah.
Oh, to be a little German lady.
Is that an actual name?
Birgit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Birgit and Jim. Jim was American, but he knew fluent German and
Good for Jim.
only sold
Auf
Mercedes
Deutsch.
truck parts, which if
If
you know about Mercedes and trucks, they only made giant fucking trucks that were like the Army uses.
It's true.
Yeah. But he was the number 1 dealer of Mercedes truck parts.
Wow.
He should come
Not
to Carlisle,
Volkswagen.
Pennsylvania.
Not the Volkswagen.
I could hook him up with some vending space.
No Volkswagen
No
there.
Volkswagens.
No.
Interesting.
Now, what the heck are those Mercedes trucks called? Those big ones?
They're giant. You can put like anything on them. You can put like fucking machine rifles on them. Not machine rifles.
Machine rifles.
Sewing machines.
Sewing machine rifles. Have you thought about arming your sewing machine?
They can like go underwater most of the way and stuff.
Submarines?
No, they're
a
trucks.
Unimog. That's what I'm
Unimog,
thinking.
yeah.
I was
That's
saying
what
because
they are.
I was just gonna say it's like one of my external hard drives at work. I have one that's like 8 terabytes and one that's like
You call
3
it
terabytes,
Unimog?
and I call the big one Unimog, and I call the little one Isetta because Isetta is the little BMW like car that Steve Urkel drove on Family Matters, like
man.
the tiny little car. I'll send you a picture of it then.
Okay.
But yeah, so the small server is called Isetta, and the big one is called
Super cute.
Unimog.
I love that.
God.
Yeah, so he
I
had
have to
two
do car stuff at
He
work.
had 2 Unimogs out in
Man.
Oregon, and I worked
a
on
living.
the one. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it was fun.
All right. I completely derailed it, but go back to
Video
what we're
games that
playing.
we played.
Because this is a video game and beer podcast,
Sure
not
it
a
Not
billboard that Kelly was on
Re-elect
when she was 10.
Tom Ridge.
So
It probably
I
was Tom
played a
Ridge.
few
would've
games. I was playing Pure Solar a bunch. Did I talk about that at all?
A little
I think you did a
Okay.
little bit.
Did I talk about Touch the Dead on DS at all?
Is that the
It's the DS port
of
House of the Dead.
Yeah. How's that? I can't imagine that's good.
I wish it was called Touch of the
It
Dead.
is so fucking hard.
Not just Touch the Dead.
It's
Poke
so
at that
hard.
guy.
You literally have to be like just tapping with the stylus
Oh
the
my
whole time. You're just like da 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 da.
Sounds
And then you have to
awful.
like reload off screen. It's
my
it's tough. It's so tough. And then I play most of my handheld games in bed, so it was
So
impossible.
it's just this like
It was impossible to play. Kayla was like, "Can you stop? Are you beating off right next to me?"
Oh, I'm just touching the dead.
I'm just touching the dead. She's like, "Yeah, I know."
I've got my stylus on a dead man.
It's scary though. It gets scary when they get real close to you.
Stop touching
No,
the
but
dead.
the main game I've actually been playing for the past month, and I finished recently, is South Park Fractured Butthole.
Yes.
Butthole.
Have you ever played it, Sam?
Hell yeah.
Dude,
I
it's
love
so
those
fucking
games.
good. Yeah,
Both of them. Stick of Truth
Stick of
and
Truth.
Fractured Butthole.
I played
Fractured Butthole.
a year or two ago, and I never beat it. Al Gore fucking killed me in that game. I couldn't get past
Stick of
him.
Truth I had an easier time with.
Can't
both
believe
games.
this is
Dude,
the second
Fractured-
time
phenomenal.
I've talked about Al Gore in the last day.
Yeah.
And it is 2022.
It is 2022. Is he still
Why
alive?
is he?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
All right. What's he
Yeah,
doing?
he was right about climate change. So
He's
you know.
inventing the internet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fractured Butthole is an amazing game. I think I tried playing it right after playing Stick of Truth, and I didn't like it because
mechanics are a little different.
they're different. Like after every battle, you don't have to like re-heal. You're already like back to like full life.
I would
HP and
argue
stuff.
that Stick of Truth is a little more fluid, but both games so phenomenally
so
written.
good.
So, explain to me this: who hasn't played either of them? Are they essentially an RPG style?
It's an
Action
RPG.
RPG.
Okay.
It's all about like finding stuff, like little hidden passageways, little hidden things everywhere that you have to like. Once you level up your character more and get more special abilities, you can go back to old areas and find new things.
Yeah. And as somebody who has been playing South Park video games since the Nintendo 64, the fact that the games are indistinguishable from the production value of the show makes them that much better. Like, you could take the cutscenes from those and just make them a South Park episode. And then the actual gameplay, like,
I heard Fractured Butthole is an actual movie too.
you can go on YouTube and watch just the cutscenes and the gameplay turned into a movie. I've done it.
Oh, it's not a movie.
It's not actually a movie. So there's a lot of elements of both games around certain lore of the show.
Okay.
Because, like, the thing with, like, Koopa Keep and all of that stuff, that was all in the show, too. Like, they were playing Lord of the Rings in one.
Yeah.
And then, like,
So essentially,
they've combined a bunch of elements of the, like, game. Like, I think Mysterion is a big part
of X-Men.
Yeah, well, I meant of when they do all the South Park, like, superhero tropes with, like, Cthulhu and all that.
So essentially, South Park is always making fun of pop culture, and they do it hardcore in Fractured Butthole with DC versus Marvel without saying it's DC versus Marvel. Like, there's one set of kids that are doing things and another set, and they're
trying
rivals.
to create their own video game.
They're trying to make their own franchise essentially,
yeah.
to get a movie deal by doing what they're doing.
They're playing superheroes so that they can get a franchise.
But your
movie
character
deal.
is a new kid in town, and your mom's addicted to wine, and your dad's addicted to eating ganja brownies. And they know that you have
integrity.
and they know you have a superpower, and they give you pills to like take your superpower away. But your superpower is farting,
Of course it is.
and you fart.
In the first game, it's your magic.
Yeah, you fart to essentially reverse time. You can duplicate yourself in battle by farting, and then you have a second character to help battle with you. You can reverse time and change outcomes and stuff like that. Your butt is explosive, and it's amazing.
Your butt is amazing.
You actually meet
It's
Chadwick Boseman?
No, it's
he has freckles.
no, it's Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. So you
God.
actually,
We're back to God.
so you actually meet Morgan
tuck the
Freeman
Pope on
at a
his
taco
boobs.
shop, and he gives you like your ultimate superpowers of farting, but you can actually fight Morgan Freeman too, and he's like the hardest guy to beat, and I actually beat him, and you get a trophy for it. But he's like godlike for sure.
Yes, he was God.
You beat
That's
up
true.
Jared from
Subway?
Subway.
Oh damn.
He
Another deep pull from an old South Park episode.
But
Yeah.
honestly, deserves it.
Yeah, well, that's why they did it.
But he
Yeah.
like takes the sub and like starts like humping the kids and stuff.
No.
in battle. And it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. There's another battle that I don't even want to talk about, but just insane stuff happens the whole time. And I'm not even a fan. I like South Park. I don't ever watch it anymore. But the humor was good, but the gameplay was just phenomenal.
fun
It's such a
game.
well done game, and it just kept me going. And Kayla would watch it and just be like, "How can you even fucking play this?" And I'm just like, "It's a well done game. It's so good." But the humor is great too. Like it's a good derailer of just like a mainstream, open world God of War game. It's completely different, but it's so good.
I'm a lifelong South Park watcher, so
Yeah.
those games had resonated with me immediately anyway. And I've actually gotten back into... I had gotten away from South Park a little bit in the more recent seasons, but I have recently been watching through like the whole show again and catching up on the newer stuff and like all the Paramount stuff, because they have 2 different streaming deals where half the stuff's on Paramount
Streaming
Plus.
wars.
Yes. And they even lampooned themselves in their more recent Paramount movies, because then everything else that they're doing is on HBO Max. Like the traditional
I need to
TV
watch.
show
Yeah, I need to
is on
watch some
HBO
of their
Max, but they're ultimately owned by Paramount, who was like, well, we want you on our streaming platform. So what they did was they cut a different deal with Paramount, and they make mini movies for Paramount, but all they're doing is making episodes of South Park that are like 3 times as long and putting them in bulk on the platform. So they're basically just double dipping.
Yeah.
Anyway, point being, I watched like everything of South Park recently, and I'm ready to go back around to those games again just because they're so much
so
fun.
Good. Yeah.
It's really funny that we're all talking about this because I would say in the last like 4 or 5 months, Scott has he was a South Park kid, I'm sure, but has refound South Park again and has been watching it consistently. We watched the Red Rock special the other night.
Yes, the 25th anniversary
Literally
concert.
last night we were watching the Streaming Wars. Like, I have watched so much South Park, like passively watched so much South Park in the last couple of months. Like, I don't mind.
You would
It's
like
not
this game.
It's not like I'm not a fan of South Park. But I just never was like, I'm gonna sit down and watch all the South Park. But he's like doing what you did,
I
and it's
don't
like
know
you're
what
coming
it
back
was,
around.
but it was like in the last 3 months or so did I just sit down and it was like something just clicked and I was like, I want to watch South Park again.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've watched like all of it.
That's all he does when he's working. He has South
Yeah.
Park on in the background.
Yeah.
Yep.
So did you beat Fractured Butthole?
No, I never got through that whole game. I beat Stick of Truth.
Okay.
And then, not unlike you, at one point I'd started playing Fractured Butthole and didn't care for the mechanics immediately following Stick of Truth and put it down. But now
It's amazing.
Yeah, well, and I have it on both PC and on Switch.
Yeah.
And I'll
I'd
probably
play
pick
on
it
Switch.
back up on Switch. I played Stick of Truth on PC, and that was a solid experience because I played it on like a big screen on my PC with
I
like
feel
a
like
mouse
it's a
and
hidden
keyboard.
gem game, honestly. Like, not that many people have played it, but the people that have played it are just like, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, when I posted a story about it, like, a few people that I don't talk to were just like, this game is great. And I'm like, it really is.
And I've played pretty much any South Park game I can get my hands on. Like freaking South Park 64 where you're running around with piss-covered snowballs.
Chef's Love Shack.
And Chef's Love Shack and South Park Rally and all those old school South Park games. Like, I was dying to have like a good South Park game, and these are the first ones that it was finally like
Very good.
they hit it, and
They spend the money for
and
it.
it's Ubisoft of all people too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's
How about
crazy.
you, Kelly, game-wise?
Game-wise, let me consult my list here. I really have only played a couple games and then only one really heavily. So I got Klonoa on the Switch.
I've been playing that too.
So I started it, but then I had to stop because I didn't want to engross myself in multiple games at a time. So I think I got through like the first couple levels before I was like, hold on. Let me finish this other game and I'll come back to it. So that's going to be my next game that's coming up to beat consistently.
Let me know when you play that, because maybe then I'll dive deep into it.
Okay.
Because I just got it recently too from Play Asia.
Play Asia, yeah.
It's a very repetitive game, and I'm just like,
Oh,
I don't want to do these levels again, but it looks great on the Switch.
It looks so good.
It looks phenomenal on the Switch.
Yeah, they did a good job. So I can't really talk too much about that, but I just wanted to plug that I played the first couple and was like, okay, I need to pause. Same with Shredder's Revenge. I got that for the Switch as well. I got that from Limited Run, and I played the first couple of levels, and I was like, oh, hold on. I don't want to get too far into this, but it felt very much like, I know it was supposed to feel very much like Turtles in Time, and it does.
that's what I've heard. I didn't give it a shot yet.
I was
buying it.
I was going to just not buy it, and then the Limited Run like emails when they send you like the pre-orders are closing in 2 days. I was like, if I don't fucking buy this game right now, it's going to be like $900 when I actually want to play it or something. So I just bit the bullet and spent like $35 shipped to or whatever it is for a game. So yeah, that one is it was pretty fun. So I'm looking forward to playing both of those more in the future. But the one that took most of my time and that I wanted to finish before I started either of those other games was Kirby the Lost World on the Switch. So I have beaten that game. I just beat it the other week. And like I got credits and stuff. But the thing is, when you get credits, after the credits roll, you come back to your Waddle Dee town and they're like, oh no. Like I'll go into the story
Kinda
a
like
little bit.
Mario Odyssey vibe.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, but you have to go back and look for the soul of this lion. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I have to go find pieces of this lion's soul.
Oh, boy.
So there's replay value in that a lot, because there's already collectibles and things like that within levels that I didn't get that I was going to go back for anyway, because, you know, your girl likes to complete games fully.
Sure.
So the fact that there's now extra levels on top of that, like in this, you know, soul world, was pretty cool. But honestly, those levels are just each world scrunched down into like a conglomeration.
Oh, okay.
So there's like 8 worlds like a Mario, and then, you know, this world's an ice world, and this world's a, you know, a water world, and this world's a fire world or whatever. So it's each of those worlds, but it takes pieces of each of those levels, which are like 7 levels within a world or whatever, and then scrunches it into one level, and you just kind of go through it. So things look familiar, but it's not the exact same of what you played.
Sure.
So that's like the dream world. But the point of Kirby was like, so he has to save the Waddle Dees because I don't know, something got split or whatever, and he had to save them from getting taken away by a bad guy, and then all of a sudden you're going through and you're beating everything, and then your little friend gets taken that helps you, your little like Navi friend, but it's like Elfin or something like that is its name. And then you have to go rescue your friend, and then you come to discover that it's this, I mean, if you don't want a spoiler for a Kirby game, don't listen to this, but it's a Kirby game. So how deep is the story?
Very deep. It can be very deep.
So then you get to the final boss, and it's, I mean, King DDD is in there, and Meta Knight's in there, and those classic characters. But then you get to this final boss, and basically it splits apart like space and time itself or whatever, and shit's getting weird. It was like this science experiment gone wrong, and yeah, so Kirby swallows a truck and then throws that motherfucker right at it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Optimus
Fuck
Prime
yeah.
Kirby.
Optimus Curb.
Yeah. But no, it's a really fun game. I love the mechanic of it. I loved all the collectibles. I loved just the level, the graphics, all of it. It was a really great game. I highly recommend it. And like I said, it's got a lot of replay value already for me. So
Does it seem too easy of a game? Because I've always seen that on Kirby games and Yoshi games. I'm like, it's almost like a kid-like game.
yeah. So there is like an easy mode, and then there's like a harder mode.
Okay.
And I did select harder mode at the beginning of the game because I knew Kirby games can tend to be a little easier.
Yeah.
So it feels like a normal mode, or maybe
Okay.
like slightly harder. But at the same time, like,
It's just fun.
Yeah, for me right now, it's like I have an hour before I am going to pass out.
Yeah.
I need to be able to beat a level
Okay.
and not feel frustrated.
And it's 2-player too, right? It's co-op.
Yeah, you can do co-op.
Yeah. So maybe I'll get it for Kayla and I to play.
I think you guys would enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I highly recommend it. It's not super difficult, but it's a nice game to like play through and feel like you actually did something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my Kirby review. Cool. But once I get all those soul pieces and stuff, then I'll move on to Klonoa and Shredder's Revenge.
Cool. Sam, how about you?
Not a ton. I've been trying to get back into the now Meta Quest Oculus VR headset a little bit. So I have been checking out this game called Area Man Lives. It's a real departure from my real life, where you play a radio DJ sitting in a studio.
Really?
Wow. You don't know anything about
it's
that.
like it's an interesting game mechanic. It's like you sit in the studio and the producer kind of feeds you instructions, and you like field phone calls, and you're playing music. It's an interesting one for VR because they actually recommend that you wear headphones and sit in like a swivel chair.
Oh.
Like a gamer chair
Yeah.
works for me pretty well. But like, it's cool because it does add a few like tactile elements then that kind of keep you in it a little more. But then the whole premise of the game is like a guy calls in and you're trying to sort of dictate his plans based on the way you interact with him on the radio and what you're doing. But it's kind of funny because it's like sort of this multitasking game. It's sort of a combo of like just a straight up narrative, like follow through the story kind of thing, and sort of living in those elements of that. So that's been fun. The other thing that I've really been doing, I've been on a quest, no pun intended there, having just talked about the quest, to not watch as much YouTube content and try to like watch actual movies and stuff again. Because I've just found myself like sitting there watching like product reviews and like reviews of stuff all the time. It's like I never actually do anything to know how to have my own opinions of stuff, and I'm tired of always just watching like third-party content like that. So I've been on a bit of a Star Wars kick again. I got onto Disney Plus and started watching the newer Star Wars stuff, which has me playing retro Star Wars PC games. The two, like, I'm kind of like starting in my own like chronological history of experiencing Star Wars video games. I've been playing the two big ones for me, well, three big ones really right now, is the original two Rebel Assault games, Rebel Assault 1 and 2. They had them on the PS1, I think, as well.
Yep.
I played them on the PC. I had like a freaking joystick when I was a kid. I play with a mouse now. But Rebel Assault's like one of my favorites. It's kind of a combo of like arcade style shooter and then almost like a FMV like timing game, because it's like shooting in certain parts, but like it's like all FMV based, and especially in Rebel Assault 2. Rebel Assault 1's mostly flying. It's like yoke controls, and it's really, really, really unsensitive, so it's kind of difficult, but it kind of makes it fun. But then the other one is Dark Forces.
Oh, yeah.
Like the original Star Wars
on the
first-person
N64
shooter.
too.
Yes. And Dark Forces is kind of like if you took Doom and made it Star Wars.
Yeah. And
I haven't messed with it yet, but I understand that there's some, it's not a source port, but there's some mods out there to give it more modern, like WASD and a mouse kind of controls, so that you get that more analog shooter feel. Because I've had those source ports for Doom, and it's really fun. Because I love like classic first person shooter, like PC style stuff, like Doom, original Doom. New Dooms are amazing, but like they scare the crap out of me, so I usually stick to the old ones.
Yeah.
And like even like Wolfenstein, like those old games. But no, yeah, it's been the Star Wars games. Otherwise, I haven't had a ton of time. I was doing that show, and I had rehearsal like every night till 10 o'clock, so I wasn't coming home and playing video games much. My Switch has been a little lonely. But no, I've been mostly playing PC when I've had time. And yeah, every now and again I go on these kicks where like older like DOS based PC games are like it's funny because there's all these amazing new games out there, but then I find myself going back to those. Like that for me is like the core of like retro. It's like I love consoles and everything, but when I was a kid,
that's what makes you
I
feel
had a
good.
PC and I had these games.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that I really gravitate toward first. Even like
Solitaire was mine.
Galactic Pinball.
Oh my god.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Oh, for
Loved it.
me it was Epic Pinball.
Oh, all right, fancy.
That was
What was Epic?
So Epic Pinball was another like old school DOS game. It's like Epic Mega Games, like people that still do like Epic Game Store and stuff, but it was just this like 2D pinball game, and the screen actually scrolled with the ball. It was like kind of ridiculous, but that was the one I like grew up playing before the one on Windows came out.
So this is a weird offshoot of that, but I just thought about it. Did anybody have like an iMac G5 era?
Yes.
I had a
Computer.
G4. I still have one.
Do you remember the games that came preloaded on those things?
Not of that era of iMac, but like the original iMac I do. Which ones are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of like the marble game. I don't remember what the name was. There was a marble game.
I know what game you mean, and that's not the one I was thinking
wasn't
of.
Marble Madness.
No, but it was similar, but it was, I don't remember what the name of it was. And then there was a dinosaur one.
Nanosaur.
Fucking
is
Nanosaur.
the exact one I was thinking.
That one was...
Nanosaur was the bee's knees.
Spent so much time on those. I would be switching between AIM chats, playing those things. Oh my God.
We had those in school, and it was finish all
luxury.
your shit so you could play Nanosaur.
What school did you go to?
Anyway.
Lemoyne Middle School.
West Shore.
The one by your house that's been closed for 10 years.
No wonder they spent all their money on the G5s.
Oh, we didn't have G5s. That was on OG G3 IMAX.
The OG.
OGs. The OG.
The multi-million-dollar IMAX back in the day.
Anyway, Nanosaur.
Marble Blast.
Yeah. First of all, I can think of both of those immediately. And Nanosaur was fucking incredible. I would give anything to be sitting in my basement playing Nanosaur right now. And Marble Blast, all I used to do was play that, go between my AIM chats, and listen to The Academy Is. So that is very 2005 of me, but it is
Nanosaur
what it is.
Nanosaur is one that I've tried to even on older Mac hardware, try to get it to run just for the hell of it, and I've had trouble.
So that game was so weird because maybe I was just an idiot because I was a teenager and didn't really look at anything, and I thought, okay, cool, I got this. But I didn't feel like you got thrown into that and you were like, what do I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can play it now.
Can I? Where can I play it?
There's websites with it.
Oh, great. I will be looking that up later.
They have a Nanosaur Extreme too that was from 2002.
I only want Nanosaur 2. I only want that one. That's the only one I know.
Yeah, we had computers at school that you could play Nanosaur, and we had this game called Reckless Driving, which was basically 2D top down driving game on a highway. I don't remember much more about it, but I remember that being the game all the kids were trying to play. Although I just cleaned off, I was going through some old archive stuff that I had sitting around, and there was a Flash game that we were all about in middle school. It's a total tangent now because I'm thinking about it. It was called Build Ya Ride with a YA, and it was a Flash game where you could quote unquote customize cars.
Oh God.
And I had a text document because if you could save them, but it was this long character string,
right? And
I had this whole list of cars that I thought were cool and a label for each of them, if I could customize my mom's car and make it look cool because she had a Dodge Neon, and you could customize a Dodge Neon in there. But it was literally just a flat 2D thing, and it was the dumbest game. I brought it up on a web browser the other day. It was called Build Ya Ride, YA Ride.
So
and you can still Google it and find it.
It was Pimp My Ride era.
Yeah. Oh, it was 2001 or 2002. Literally, the background music of the game is just somebody just straight up ganked. Hypnotized by Notorious B.I.G. But it's not even the whole song. It's just the part that goes, Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes the world just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. And that's okay. And then it would go right back to Biggie, 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 can't.
B-I-G-P-O-P-P-A, go and flow for the DDA. Federal agents mad because I smack that tap myself and I fall in the basement. My dream complete, stay clean. AAA dream, I be that. Can't you see that?
Okay, I specifically remember... Okay, you were not here, Sam, but we went to Love Drafts after your show on 2nd Street, and we accidentally walked into karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked, and I said, okay, Caleb, what if you had, gun to your head, if you had to pick a karaoke song, what would you pick? And he said, you said Notorious B.I.G., didn't you?
Yeah, probably.
And then Caleb was like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And here you are.
Super Nintendo, Sega
Genesis. When I was dead broke, I couldn't picture this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So now that you've gotten that out of the way, incredible.
Thanks.
Well done.
I'm sure the lyrics weren't right on spot, but they were close
For
enough.
nothing
It's
in front
about
of you,
confidence.
that was good.
You know what, though? Kayla was very angry that night that I did not sign her up for karaoke.
Oh, no.
And the whole time she was like, don't sign me up for karaoke.
She very much was like, don't sign me up for karaoke.
She's a theater person. It's like, no, I don't need to sing. But if you all want me to, of course I'm going to.
I wouldn't have known what to sign her up for. I mean, probably anything. She's so talented.
Any fucking song.
But
she's so good at singing.
But that's not the fun part of karaoke, because like I have a whole list of songs that I could crank out and like feel good about myself singing them, but that's not the fun part of karaoke. Like
I would just do White Rabbit. She's really good at White Rabbit.
That's a fun song to sing. If I was doing karaoke, I'd have to go with something more ridiculous, like To Be With You by Mr. Big.
There you go.
Man.
Like that beginning part that just like that bass drops like and then he's all up there in the rafters in his vocal like, hold on little girl, look at what he's done to you. It's like, stand up little girl. Because like you have to be ridiculous when you sing karaoke. It's not fun.
It's true.
No one wants to go to karaoke and hear somebody be really good at it.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you can sing. Okay. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing is I was like, I have a million songs that I know every word to, and I feel like I'm very confident in loving the song, but I'm not in that register at all. So I don't want to
that's exactly what
I don't want to put anybody through that.
Yeah, but the people that were going up were just like horrible.
Oh,
too.
no, yeah, that was different.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right.
It's past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sheepy.
We did just sort of under the radar.
No, I was going to talk about it real quick because it's a
Can you
halvesy.
pour me a little bit?
Yeah.
Just so I can talk about it real quick.
Oh, Four Non-Blondes, What's Up would be my ultimate karaoke song.
Oh, I love that
now.
song. Can we sing it real quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
25 years
said-
of my life is still trying to get up that great
Didn't start
big
on the chorus.
love hole. Oh, you just mean. And I say,
I say, hey, what's going on? Okay, but I can only think of He-Man when I sing that.
Oh, it's so good.
And he tries. Oh my God! All right, we got
Shout out to Greg, because he would get that joke. My buddy Greg.
Anybody on the internet in like 2010 would get that joke. Anyway, let's talk about this beer real fast because I wanted to save this for us to drink on here because it needs to be
very
said. So this is my buddy Corey at Penguin Comics, who is a vendor with me at American Daydream, and he sells incredible comics and slabs and all that fun stuff. So please follow him at Penguin Comics on Facebook or Instagram, wherever you are. So this is his second beer release with Love Drafts. It is a double India Pale Ale. We love a DIPA, 8%. And it's kind of like a fruity, like compared to the last one. That one was more like citrusy and hoppy. This
So I
one's
had that one in October for
It's very
sure.
good.
Yeah, this one's more of a fruity.
Doesn't
I think like
taste
a
like an
mango-y.
8%.
Yeah, I've had a couple of these, so I mean, this is not my first one, but
I love a double. This is solid.
it's a very good beer.
I'd buy this all day, every day.
Oh yeah, no, it was incredible. The release was really fun, and I will also plug for Corey as well. He started his own podcast with his friend, I believe,
Nice.
the guy who was doing the trivia with him, Zach. If I'm incorrect, I'm so sorry, but this is off the top of my head, and it's called Comics and Beer.
That's a good name.
How original.
How original.
So Comics and Beer Pod on Instagram is where they're at, and I don't know if they've recorded anything yet, to be honest, or if they've released anything yet.
So
They've
like
probably
those middle
recorded.
school kids that say they have a band, but they don't actually play anything.
No, I think
we
they've
have a podcast. We have an Instagram account. We don't actually have
Just so
any
you guys
podcasts.
know, we do have a podcast, and you're listening.
We'll
to it
sign
right
an
now.
8x10 for you
Yes,
if you
we
want.
will.
I actually have mine ready to go for you guys.
Yes.
I have it here somewhere. There it is.
Oh God,
Whoa. Shiner beer.
the Comics and Beer. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to plug that real quick. It's a great beer. It's a great
This is a
job
great
by
beer,
everybody.
This is a great beer.
Yeah.
Guys, this was great recording with you. I miss you all.
Yeah, this was really fun.
For reals.
Let's do it in January, maybe.
Let's try.
Let's make an attempt.
Let's do it.
If nothing else, before our top 4 listeners or whatever it was,
Yes.
Spotify Wrapped.
Fuck it. That
Oh,
was good, right?
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
For something we do for fun in my basement, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. If you listened this far, please comment on something. that we've posted in the past.
Please give us some sort of
Let me know
If you've listened
really
this
made it
far,
this
let's
far.
just ask why.
If you heard us saying, "Hey,"
And you're still listening.
yes, please let me know.
Hi, like, I wouldn't even say hi, Mom. My mom
Just
wouldn't listen to
email
this.
us at our old Gmail, which I think is preciselypodcast@gmail.com. Or
Honestly, if you've
Might
listened
be
this far, I might pay for your
precisely
therapy.
pod
Why don't you just
Gmail.
email a bunch of Gmails and see what happens? Maybe try a Hotmail while you're at it, too.
I'm literally going to pee myself. All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
We out.
We out.
out.
We out.